Hey everyone, welcome to Weekend Project. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mama Pop Quilt Shop, and we're working on Pop's block of the month, December's, which we are calling Butterfly Star. And here is the complete layout. So Pop will have it, all the instructions to build this out and put it together tomorrow, most likely just after our live stream at 3 p.m. Eastern at Sunday. And that's going to be the layout. So this block actually falls right here in this place. That's the one we're working on today. And this is how it looks in the mock-up. Okay, as most of you know, since January, as we've been doing the blocks of the months, I've been doing a tester one just to make sure the pattern is okay, because we were trying to use EQ8 software to build these all out, okay? So I'm just going to stand back a moment here so you can see how, I think I got this in the right order, no, it goes this way, okay? How this one has turned out, okay? I'm just going to kind of flop it on the table a bit here so you can see. And of course, I just chose whatever colors I wanted, but tried to keep something a little bit consistent, like, you know, purples or greens or blues or whatever, and just went like that. So hopefully you love it just as much as I do, and Pop and I do. And I can't wait to see yours finished in the Mafia page or on the Facebook page, okay? So there we go. We're just going to fold that there. And like I said, there's the block. There it is, right there. I don't chose dark colors, but I think that, you know, it still goes with everything, okay? And this ends up being a 50 by 66 inch quilt, and these are 16-inch blocks, okay? All right, so what I'm going to be building out, okay, there's our block right there, okay? Easy McPeasy, Butterfly Star. So I have a couple of my parts done, like my bottom corner, my triangle. I have 2 more of these to build, which is our centerpiece right there. And then I have these side bits here to build on the side, and then 1 more of these to put together of the stars. And then these guys to actually sew together. And then I'm going to put mine all together, okay? So I have I have this 6 all together here, and these 3 all together here, and then those 2 together there. So when I finish this block, I'm just going to add it to there, add this 3 to that 6, and then sew these 3, all these together, all the 12 together, and that's going to be our completed quilt. And I like the colors I chose. I kind of wish I would have chosen something a little bit more vibrant, but it was what I had very much a surplus on in the shop. That was, you know, just my collection. So I thought if I made any mistakes, I could at least go back and make another one, sort of thing, right? So, you know, it was a whole learning experience for both of us, so, or all of us, really, when you think about it. Okay, so to build out the centerpiece here, which is 2 of these together, okay, here, let's turn this over here, and we're going to just lay them out. And of course, there's a long side to this triangle. These are long, that's a short, that's a long. So you want to put the long, one of the long sides down. And because you need 2 of these together, you're going to build it out in a certain way. So you're going to take and put these 2 together, and take and put those 2 together, and then when these 2 come together, they form a very beautiful block just like that, okay? All right, so that's what we're going to do, and we have to do that 2 more times to make our center bits. So let's set that one up and set this one up to get ready for sewing. Okay, so that'll be our little pieces, our 4 pieces to make our 2 blocks. Okay, and that's just our center one. Super easy. Okay, and now you could easily choose any one of these blocks if they were one of your favorites, like this block or that block or whatever, and do a whole border all the way around, and that would increase it quite a bit. You're talking about a foot by foot, right? So you're talking about 12 inches. So because these blocks are approximately 6 inches. Okay. So we're just going to sew each little section down, flipping it, and then lining it up. I'm just going to sew from there to there, and that'll make our little, I don't know, I'll call it a little harlequin or diamond or something like that. It looks pretty. Okay, so again here, we're going to take this and flip. Now this would be crucial if you had directional fabric or, you know, any patterned fabric. The cream is either or, doesn't matter whether it's back or front, it seems to be the same. So I got lucky there cutting some of those out. But, you know, came to the tester, you know, I had to really make sure that I was, you know, cutting the right angles, making sure I wasn't wasting any cuts. And I only actually used 3 of the templates that are involved, and the rest were just pretty much, you know, 3.5 cut in half, or 6 5/8 and 3 3/8, you know, that sort of thing. It's easy stuff I can easily measure on my cutting board and my ruler. So the ones that I really needed to get cut out were the B, right here, right up there, and then which was C, which is C is all these tiny little pieces right in here, okay, here and here, and then A, of course, which gives you that defined piece that you're looking for, so that is in there. So those are the 3 that I actually technically used, and the rest I just followed the cutting instructions and then just cut in half, okay? So no problem. All right, now we're going to take our 4 that we just sewed together, cut the threads right on the side here, and now we're going to line them up. Okay, so there's one right there, just like that. Okay, just like that, and we will sew it from corner to corner. Don't worry too much about the inside, the inside where it matches up or anything like that. It's make sure you got your corners lined up. The rest it'll fall into play. Oop. Oops. Kind of chewed it up on the corner there. Oh, poor little fabric. Countdown's on. It's getting really close. Christmas is coming. Christmas. All right, now we're going to line these 2 up again. And just go from angle to angle, from corner to corner. Okay, and almost kind of looks like a butterfly at that point in time too, right? Fly away, butterfly, fly away. And we have had a blast, and I know Pop has had a blast learning the software, and you know, he's happy to be teaching Munchkin a few of the tricks of the trade of the software, and hopefully you guys will be able to learn from him all in 2019. Oh, I didn't put my iron on. Oopsies. Okay, well, we're just gonna press. Okay, so now that we have these 2 done, that's our center one, goes right in here. We're gonna sew those together and finish our block, okay? Maybe by the time I'm done this, my iron be a little warm. Whoops. That's okay, I can always press afterwards. And the one that's in right over my shoulder here is the Graceful Cascade that I'm doing in Christmas fabrics. It is a free pattern from Bear Creek Quilt Company, and they have lots on their website of free patterns. All right, so that's my middle done there. Now I need to kind of finish off my little piece over here, which is just a triangle, and then 2 smaller triangles sewn onto either side. So just kind of pick which way you want to go, and off you go to the races, okay? Line up the bottom part and cross the top, okay? And if you make any mistakes, it's no big deal. That's what the seam ripper's for. And if you run out of fabric, there's always more at the store, or borrow from a friend. Okay, so I'm just trying to line that up a bit. Sew on down. Okay, I'm going to do the same with this one over here, just the opposite side. There's only 2 of these. So I'm lining up the bottom, and I'm letting them cross over at the top, the fabrics, okay? And then this one, lining it up, making sure it's nice and even at the bottom here, and letting those tips right up there just cross over, okay? Hopefully I got that in the camera. And that's what helps kind of give you defining a point, right? So you have a little bit of meat at the top, sort of, per se, or fabric at the top to be able to sew to, okay? Just like that, okay? So that is gonna go there, and this one's gonna go here, and I just wanna confirm that I haven't messed up my block at all in any way, shape, or form, and I wanna be able to put these little rows together. Okay, so the last one I wanna sew together here is the big triangle with the little wedges on either side, okay? So I'm gonna line up here, just a little bit of crossover and come all the way down, and because I didn't use the template, I have all these little, you know, dangly bits hanging off here, okay? And you can always just trim those up afterwards, all right? But if you use the template, you know, you just got to do that little clip, clip, and that helps round that edge to the point where you're not getting the little tails. Okay. Do, 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 do. Okay, and the other side. And here, just line that up. Cross over at the top just a little bit. And line up down at the bottom. I think this turned out to be a very unique, one-of-a-kind block of the month. You know, something that was designed by someone who's, you know, not necessarily a proficient sewer or even a quilter, but likes the design and technology and the aspect of designing something, you know, and went with it. And I was happy to create it, you know, and the software, the EQ8 software, it seemed very, you know, friendly. I mean, we've had a lot of fun with it the whole way. All right, so making sure you have your proper placement of these pieces, making sure they're not flipped and flopped. You want to make sure they're in the right order to give your little, you're making your butterfly sort of thing, right? Okay. So we're going to flip these two and sew along the top, and then same with the other one, and then we'll build our rows together. Okay. This has been a lot of fun. You know, I thought at the beginning of the year, I was like, oh, it's going to take forever to get there, and I just, you know, would love to just do it, you know, just get her done. But I'm so glad, you know, the process has been fun and learning along the way. Very much learning along the way, and increasing my skills as a sewer as well, in putting things together, you know, using a template and putting things together. Okay, so I just got a couple little things to do here, which is these two to go together, the side pieces. Okay, line those two up, sew one down. And here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're very close to the big number, and we can't wait to get there. It's been very exciting for us. So don't forget to be part of it. Don't miss out on the party. Okay, so now these go this way and this way. Well, I'm doing it towards me, so but you would see yours in the angle towards you, because this kind of comes down over here. The pink sides are touching there. All right, so now let's kind of put the whole the 3 rows together. All right, so start from the bottom, work our way up. That's normally how you build things, isn't it? Okay. Uh-oh. Did I have the placement of that? Oh, I did. Uh-oh. Snaggles. Can I flip this around then? No, I can't. I had my triangle upside down. My mistake. I just realized that as I let it go. The points are supposed to be going in, and I think this, yeah, that one I had going out. Arrgh. That's okay. It's all right. It's a seam ripper day. Seam ripper, you're my best friend. It's okay, it's okay. Okay, now, magic of television. You didn't have to waste your time watching me unpick that. Okay, so points going in, making sure those points are going in because it's forming the legs and the sides and the top of the butterfly, okay? All right, my mistake. Had it flipped and flopped when I shouldn't have. So it's all good. We fix. It's all good. Okay, and of course we've done pretty much every single one of these blocks before. You know, I think if anything might be newish would be, you know, the little side pieces here, but I'm sure we may have somewhere came close to doing one. Okay, now this next row, lining up the pinks or whatever color you're using as your dark and your lights. Okay, and then lining that up, putting it under. Okay, that goes there. Work on the next set. And the last one, and then we'll put those 3 rows together. And that is our beautiful butterfly star, almost complete. And I like the shape of the block, and if you take a look at what 12 of them look like all together, Pop will put it in, and what do you think of that? Isn't it beautiful? Very, very neat. It actually happens to be one of his favorites. So he's really, really quite pleased with that and the unique design it gives. Okay. And that's why we, you know, when he was designing these, and that, you know, you could do it as the whole January, February, March, you know, all the way through to December, or you can just pick a block that you like and make a whole quilt out of it, right? Mm-hmm. One more row. Okay, there we go, and this one comes up here. And of course, I'm just putting a couple pins at those crucial intersections. Sorry, crucial little intersections that line up the block properly and square-like. Here. All right, now let's give this a little press, and we'll have to do a little bit of trimming just to kind of square it up a smidge. Okay, oops, missing a pin here. All right, and there, once you get a little press, is your block. Isn't it beautiful? Lovely. All right. Let's give it a little press and love. Hopefully it's on. It's got some heat. It's got a little bit. It'll do. It'll do. All right, now we're just going to give them a little evening up here. Just real quickie-like. Okay. Just a bit's got to come off. Just help square things up. This pink, white or creamy colored fabric is very, very stretchy. It contorted out of shape a couple of times. So in the previous, so that's what I thought. You know, next time, you know, choose a very nice quilting fabric and just go with it, and just be committed and stay with it. So. And I would say it was probably too much. I mean, it's probably a couple of fat quarters for every row. You know, when we think about the average of it. Okay, so there's the block, and here is the row it goes in. So I'm actually going to end up putting it over here on this side. Okay, and it would sit this way. Just want to make sure. Yes, it does. Okay, so we'll put that there, and we'll pin it. Line it up and pin it. Okay. Should be done with that, I think. All right. Just think what a fun adventure we all had. And thank you to everybody who participated in making the blocks. It was awfully nice of you. And you encouraged us to, you know, do something a little bit different for next year. So, but still teaching the software. That is the point. Okay, so if that's my first row. Oops, I took it off behind me. Here is my second row. And I'm going to line that up and pin and sew these two together, okay? And then I'm going to attach my last two rows, which is right over there. So, and you want to attach where those blocks are meeting, okay? Oops, there's always one on the floor. Okay. And then over here. Okay, perfect. Now let's just sew those two together, and then we'll bring this one over. And there we go. I'll lay this one over the board so you can see it. There we go. So pretty. Oh, so pretty. Okay. So let's sew this one down. Our rows 1 and 2. Now they're not in any month order. We saved the putting them all together at the very, you know, pretty much close to last. So we had a really nice flow design to it. Okay. Like I said, very unique and special block of the month for 2018. Of the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. So not only does he do all the editing, he does designing. He's super pop. Okay, now that's 1 and 2. Scooby-Doo. All right, there we go. And then this is the lower corner. Yes, it is. Okay, so these two get attached this way. Okay. And then I will show you. So exciting. So exciting. Exciting, exciting. Been waiting for this. And hopefully we gave you enough time to get it finished for Christmas, if you were given it as a gift for someone. I hope they appreciate all the work and effort and all the things you learned along the way in making this beautiful project. Okay, all right, now put that there. feeling the papers. And then you just have to stay tuned for a Long Arm Wednesday show to see how I finish it up. And I do like both of them, and I would like to keep one. The question is which one? Okay, I think we got most of our pins out, and we have our, hold on, let's get our rows together here. Okay, that's our bottom. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Little press, and it's gonna look amazing. Woot. That is block of the month, January through December for 2018. And that was the one for today. So thank you everybody who partaked. Can't wait to see it. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the day. And we'll see you tomorrow on the live stream. Okay? 3 p.m. Eastern Sunday. Bye everybody. Big hugs.